what are you doing today?
Hey there. It's Memorial Day, so a lot of thinking and remembering, but right now I'm getting ready to put steaks on the fire. I just burned down a bunch of firewood into hot coals. Then I scrubbed the barbecue grill clean and I put some oil on it, and now I'm about ready to put some steaks on it.
Mm-hmm.
You want it hot and oiled, and then let the heat do its magic. When I use wood instead of lump charcoal, I like to burn the wood down so it's just coals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like active flame coming up and licking the bottom of the steaks. That's my job.
Yeah, and it will have smoky taste.
That's the way it's supposed to be. So we'll let those go for a while, 3-4 minutes on each side, and keep flipping them until they are at the temperature that we want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So everybody has a different way of cooking their steaks, but for me, I watch them pretty carefully and I don't flip them until the blood starts coming up to the top, and then I flip them over and I keep doing that until I don't get blood out of them. Most people like their stuff medium rare, but I've seen enough blood to last a lifetime, so I cook ours a little bit more than that. And try to keep it out of the fire, meaning active flame. I want it on the heat, but I don't want it on the fire.
And can you please tell how you understand when steak ready? You tell me the story before.
So you can, if you're not comfortable with the resistance test, you can just use a meat thermometer. And when it gets up to your desired temperature, you just go on the internet and it'll tell you exactly what temperature, 125, 135, 145, 155, whatever it is that you want it cooked. For me, I just touch it. If it's extremely soft, then it's basically not cooked or rare. And then the more resistance you get when you push down on it, the more cooked it is. So how we used to do it is the finger test. So you've got your first finger, which is very soft, and then the next one, which gets a little more firm, and the next one gets a little more firm, and then when you get to that one, it's completely tight.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly how you check a steak. You just keep touching it, and the more you want it cooked, the more resistance you're going to get when you push on the meat. So the tougher it is, the more cooked it is.
Mm-hmm.
So when we first put the steaks on, they looked like they were a little washed out, kind of pale in color.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because any nice piece of meat, I always brine first, which is just a fancy way of saying salt water. And the general rule with brine is 1 cup of kosher salt to 1 gallon of water. But basically, I just take a 1 gallon Ziploc bag, I dump a bunch of kosher salt in the bottom, mix it up with some water, get it dissolved, and then put the steaks inside the bag, fill the bag up with water, seal it up so there's no air in there, and then just let it set for a few hours. And that way it's got a good saltwater brine that it sits in, and that pulls out basically all the impurities or all the junk from the meat. So you've got a pretty clean piece of meat that you're cooking, And to me, there's nothing that tastes better, especially with a good piece of meat, that's been brined first. A lot of people will brine it first and then marinate it to infuse some kind of flavor, but I'm very much just like the flavor of the meat itself. There we go. Now it's getting in the vicinity of being done. They say smoke follows beauty, so I don't know what it's doing trying to track me, but every time I move, it comes with me. So
By
something
the
must be
way,
wrong with that expression.
I think you know I want mine well done.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to keep it off the flame, get it cooked through. Yeah, buddy. Got a good char on both sides now, so I'm trying to slow it down a little bit, let it go low and slow.